Alright, so Ethan is continuing to say dumb shit. This video may be more of a Diesel Patches type of video, but at the same time, I want to give my thoughts on the overall Joker movie. So before we jump into Ethan's bullshit video, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts of the movie. I honestly really liked it. I wouldn't consider it a masterpiece. I usually give masterpieces 5 out of 5 stars. This one's more out of 4. And the reasons being is that the dialogue could have been a little stronger. It's not bad dialogue, but it's not memorable, which it should have been for a Joker movie. But even so, I still like the Joker. Great performances, great cinematography. Overall, it's a very solid film. Alright, that's enough positivity. So today, we're gonna be watching Ethan talk about the Joker movie. We'll also be addressing the hysteria behind the Joker film, so Ethan won't be the only target in this video. Alright, let's begin.
The Joker movie everyone's freaking out about.
Oh, Ian saw it, right?
Yeah, Ian, what'd you think about Joker?
I thought it was all right. It wasn't good enough to all the hysteria, but everyone's saying, "Oh, but it's really good." It just wasn't that good to me.
Dude,
Okay.
that's what I think. I think it's just probably a meh movie, but the hysteria around it is insane. I can't believe what I was reading.
Yep, Ethan just gave his opinion on a movie he hasn't seen yet. And this isn't him making predictions about the movie being bad. No, he's saying the movie is meh without actually seeing the film for himself. Doesn't it make sense for him to see the movie first before he gives his own perspective on the hysteria behind the film? Because Joker is causing the hysteria, and you kind of have to see the movie to understand why this hysteria started in the first place.
Well, apparently it debuted a few months ago at the Venice Film Festival, and it won an award there. Received an 8-minute standing ovation.
It didn't just win an
8
award.
minute.
It won the award.
It won the top prize.
Right.
The movie is being slammed by most critics, yet the user reviews are very good. So you have a disconnect between the critics and the users, which you see sometimes.
It hasn't necessarily been getting slammed. A lot of critics have reviewed it favorably.
I just like how Ian has to continuously correct Ethan on this subject. Because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He hasn't even seen the goddamn movie. He feels like his opinion has to be in everything.
Wait,
It's
hold
a
on.
dangerous movie.
That's not true. I was on Rotten Tomatoes yesterday. It's got 69%. So, I mean,
I'm sorry, but no rational person uses Rotten Tomatoes as a source. The critics of Rotten Tomatoes gave Lily Singh's late night show 100%, so I'm calling bullshit. If need be, the critics on that website will judge the movie based on the politics surrounding the movie as opposed to the film itself.
Well, I think a lot of people are rating it negatively, not necessarily on the merits of a film, but these people legitimately think this is like a dangerous film, and so they're giving it a thumbs down just on that basis.
Ian is 100% correct here. If some lunatic grabs an AK-47 and starts shooting at a crowd of people while wearing a Joker mask, it's not going to be the movie's fault, it's going to be the media and the critics who gave this movie a bad rep without giving it a chance in the first place. And I'm not talking about them not seeing the movie, I'm talking about them saying this is going to cause terrorist attacks and shootings.
and families of the 2012 movie theater shooting in Aurora where the guy dressed up as Joker, fucking lunatic.
He did?
Yeah, dude.
No, he wasn't actually dressed up as the Joker.
Well,
I think we need a counter for every time Ethan has been corrected.
you know what's funny about Elliot Rodriguez? He wasn't even that bad looking. It's like, you're just a creep, bro.
It's Elliot Rodger.
Whatever, fuck him.
Well, Elliot Rodriguez is a journalist, so let's not.
Oh. Anyway, they love the incels have been threatening violence at the Joker film, which I don't know why, because the Joker is supposed to be someone they sympathize. The Joker apparently is like an incel in the movie. Is that right, Ian?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could see that.
He's a bit of an incel, and in the narrative of the film, it almost, let's say, romanticizes his descent to madness and violence.
What? How the hell was Joker an incel in the movie? Was it because of that side plot of Joker fantasizing about a girl he's never talked to, and she rightfully told him to get the fuck out of her room? I have no idea how this movie appeals to incels, because in that moment with that side plot, Joker looks pretty unreasonable. Arthur was in her room, and she's politely telling him to leave because she understands his condition, and she wants to protect her daughter. She was definitely the good guy in that situation. How could this be an incel fantasy? Even if she was yelling at him to get the hell out of her room, that's still 100% justifiable. And by the way, you can sympathize with the character without agreeing with them. I think a great example of this is Private Pyle from Full Metal Jacket. I don't agree with his actions, but I still have sympathy for him. Just because you have sympathy for a character doesn't mean they're a good person. The movie Joker definitely wants you to feel bad for Arthur, but that doesn't mean we have to agree with him. And just like I said before, they put this character in positions where he seems unreasonable. He's a good character, but that doesn't necessarily mean everyone idolizes him.
He is the antithesis of a villain in the Batman series. He's a psycho. He's a psycho murderer.
Antithesis of a hero, you mean? But yeah.
There you have it. I really don't see what's all the hubbub. It's just like Taxi Driver is a perfect another example of an violent psycho anti.
Or John Wick, like they said, John Wick. What's the difference?
This movie is like trying to be Taxi Driver, so it really is a
Taxi Driver was about an incel.
Yep.
He was obsessed, weird incel psycho. It's exactly the same, but we celebrate that movie as one of the best ever made.
He has a point, but at the same time, I don't know why people make a connection between Taxi Driver and Joker. The only correlation between both movies is that Robert De Niro plays in both films. Travis Bickle has more of a redemption arc, while Arthur Fleck embraces the madness around him. I do prefer Taxi Driver over Joker, but saying that Joker is a copycat of Taxi Driver is an unfair point for negative criticism.
For girls, they'll look at anyone pretty much. It's not all about looks.
Look at my relationship with Ia, dude. Ia?
With Ia? Who's Ia?
With Ela.
So the rest of this video is just Ethan talking shit about incels. Really has nothing to do with the Joker anymore. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it because Ethan admitted he hasn't seen the film, yet he's still judging it.